on today's episode of Hubris Syndrome, I was born on the Bayou. Hey everyone, I was not born on the Bayou, I just love Creedence Clearwater. And today we are talking about my recent trip down to New Orleans, Louisiana. Had a hell of a time. Let's talk. So a lot of people were asking me about my trip, so I thought I would just do an episode about it to share my adventure with some pictures as well. We're gonna have a little slideshow with my trip. And other people were asking if I went down there for the Mafia 3 event, which just so happens to take place in New Orleans. And no, it was just for a little R&R, a little rest, a little relaxation, a little jazz music, a little gumbo, just a good time. Let's roll it. So I was mainly in the French Quarter, which is super epic because they shot like some of my all-time favorite movies there. 12 Years a Slave, Interview with the Vampire, a scene from the new and upcoming MacGyver on CBS. They had some car chase down the street. The streets are really narrow too. I don't know how the hell they did this. Somehow we were just like walking through. I don't think we were supposed to be there. We were on set. So if you see me looking confused in a chase scene in the new MacGyver, that is what happened. So the highlight of the trip, let's just cut right to it. Cut to the chase. The swamp tour. So we're on the swamp tour, it's 1,000 degrees. I'm a perpetual sweater, so I'm sweating, but I'm loving it. So we're cruising around, and who decides to show up? Brutus, the 50-year-old alligator, comes swimming on up. I feel like I'm in Jurassic World. This thing is like coming over the side of the boat. It's chomping at people. It's hungry. I'm just kidding. It's not chomping at people. It is the most jolly animal I've ever seen. Here's some pictures of Brutus. It was amazing. But a real note, you know, it's pretty sad. They were talking about how Brutus had his little cave. Not a cave, you know, it's on the bayou, it's in the water. He's hanging out in his little area, and they try to feed him a bunch of food, so he stays and hibernates in there because of hunters. Ranged filth coming after Brutus. You disgust me. So another thing I love is jazz music, classical music. I love it all, but really love jazz. You know, I always think of that scene in Collateral when Tom Cruise shoots the guy who knew Miles Davis. For whatever reason, that scene in Collateral, every time I think of jazz, I'm thinking of you, Tom. But anyway, New Orleans, the birthplace of jazz. Just these street performers. Like, I used to live in San Francisco for a while for school. Used to see musicians on the street all the time with like some violins or some drums. A lot of drum circles in the Bay Area, but nothing comes close to the hype of these musicians on the street. I actually took a video. Let's roll it, Don. Out of control, standard, casually, just group of guys hanging out for the passion, for the love of the music, and that was just one group. There were so many other performers, just a beautiful place. If you love jazz, New Orleans, you gotta go. French Quarter. Lastly is the food, just ridiculous. I have a problem. I love sweets. Brad Ellis will tell you that I have a sickening addiction to chocolate, to pastries, to baked goods. There's this little shop in New Orleans called Café Du Monde. A couple of patrons told me to go there and have some of their beignets and coffee, and I did. And it was marvelous. So many shops. They've got gumbo and po' boys, and if you love fish, they've got it all, but mainly these beignets. I'm gonna go to France just so I can get the real deal beignets. I'm coming for you. I said lastly, that was a just straight up lie. The finale coming your way. You know my love. Look at this right here. Look at this picture. Every episode. What do we got? Little Disneyland, little haunted mansion. What is this based off of, everyone? That's right. New Orleans. Haunted ghost tour hype. It's cruising on the ghost tour. Our jolly tour guide, Jessica, she's setting the tone. We're cruising down the streets late night, going to all these haunted locations. We're talking about amputations. We're talking about buckets of blood. We're talking about demonic rituals going on in the upstairs attic. People chained up, experimented on. Apparently it's the inspiration for American Horror Story Season 3. Kathy Bates, out of control. So we're cruising down the foggy lit streets. I love fog. I love dimly lit streets. They got all these gas lamps everywhere. And they decide to throw a bombshell on us. They give us the Casket Girls. Some vampire origin story talking about these women that came over from Europe to the new colony in New Orleans. And they got sick on the ships. So they turned white, their gums receded, you know, had some fangs growing out. And they had all their belongings in their caskets. They stayed at this church ordered by King Louis XV. He built up this church. These casket girls stayed there. Now all these weird things started happening, like corpses showing up in some back alley with no blood. How does that happen? I'm telling you right now, it's vamps called Buffy. So that was it. New Orleans, hell of a place, jolly place, also a demonic place, labeled the most haunted city in America. I'm into it. I'm walking through cemeteries and back foggy alleys, Jack the Ripper style. Food, jazz, beautiful scenery. That was New Orleans. That was my trip. Mafia 3 is gonna take place in New Orleans. I couldn't be more excited about it. Keep seeing all these headlines out there. Why Mafia is the next GTA. Time for another GTA with Mafia 3. You know what? I read these same damn headlines for Mafia 1 and 2, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. Now I know it's a new team, Hangar 13, now it really is an open world, whereas Mafia 1 and 2 are linear stories, linear games set in an open world. You know, Mafia 1 and 2 come out, getting shit reviews because people are saying, oh, well, you can't really do anything in the open world. Oh, there's nothing really to do. There's not enough radio towers to climb. There's not enough hidden packages to collect. There's not enough spears I can craft. No. I say no. Mafia 3, go in. Don't go in thinking GTA. I know it's open world. Just no. That was my rant. Hopefully Mafia 3 is good. Vito Scaletta coming back. Put a bullet in his head. All right, I'm getting delirious. That's it. We're easy allies. You want to talk about my trip further in Mafia? Check out Talking Syndrome on Easy Allies Twitch, 11 a.m. Saturday mornings. Please join. It's intimate discussions. I just do the listening, really. I take all the comments and what people ask in the chat and just answer questions. That's what it's all about. Support us on Patreon, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everything, all the social medias, Easy Allies, love and respect. We are one big family. I love you all.
It's time for the syndrome.
Talking about Mafia 3, The Mafia, Hitman Mafia. Cue up Mafia 1 and 2, get those origins, get caught up before Mafia 3. You will not be disappointed. A tale of deception, backstabbing, being a made man, racketeering. What is racketeering anyway? I always hear that in Mafia movies.